sometimes going to work is a fantasy, John.
It is if you're John Howard and you get to go to Arizona anyway.
Yeah.
You're like a little kid out there.
This assignment was over the top. I can't stop talking about how much fun I've had and some great people that I got to meet. Padres Fantasy Camp, it's 5 days of baseball with former Padres players as coaches and fellow fans as campers. Tonight, the inspiring story of Ken Flannell. Flannell is 61 years old, and behind me is Ken's artwork, which he drew sometime early in his elementary school years, along with a one-paragraph essay on what he wanted to be when he grew up. Among other things, Ken wrote, "I would like to be a baseball player and hit 15 home runs a day or more." Ken never made it to the big leagues, but he got to live the life of a major leaguer at fantasy camp just 10 weeks after major heart surgery.
I'm just super happy to be here. It's the best day ever. Opening day. You're freaking awesome, man. Nice going.
Ken Flannell's experience at Padres Fantasy Camp.
Now batting, number 9, Ken Flannell.
Is living the dream he never got to live.
It's dreamlike. I mean, this clubhouse, for one thing, it's like being in a fancy country club. You guys are making some plays. This is kind of sweet. To be able to get instruction from guys that I watched play on TV back in the day and even recently, and how cool and giving and open they are.
Ken's dream experience nearly never happened.
April of 2021, I was diagnosed with what they call mitral valve regurgitation, which is just a leaky valve in my heart.
He elected to become the first person in the Western United States to undergo a state-of-the-art procedure.
It's a tube that they put between my ribs into my heart while it's beating, jammed it up against my flopping mitral valve. It shoots a needle in, somehow ties a suture itself, and pulls that cord out. And then while they're watching on an ultrasound down my throat, they're just looking at a screen, they could pull on those cords and adjust it like trimming a sail. Just unbelievable technology.
Prior to surgery, his heart was 4 times its normal size. The surgery did its job for a time.
My heart shrank dramatically and really surprised him. Very quickly started going back to its normal size, as we hoped it would do, but it went too far. And it got too small, and then the cords that they put in were too long.
Last October, his doctor said he needed to do another surgery, but Ken had a concern.
I said, you know, I've signed up for a baseball camp in January. I was thinking, could we postpone after, or can you do something before? And he just got a huge smile and he beamed and he said, I can move you up in the schedule and we'll get you to baseball camp in January.
Oh my God.
So he did it.
While surgery was a success, it went 8 hours, 3 hours longer than anticipated, leaving Ken's wife Denise a nervous wreck in the waiting room as she received no updates.
Hi, this is Dr. Nguyen. We're all done. Everything went fine.
4 hours after surgery, Ken started to wake up.
And after I started coming out of anesthesia and the breathing tube out, the first thing I said was, not where's my dedicated wife, but 68 days to baseball camp. Denise says now, it's a kind of funny story.
Oh, what an angel she is.
Yeah. So from that moment, this was a carrot dangling at the end of a very harsh stick.
In those 10 weeks of recovery, has there ever been a doubt, that you would make it here?
Yeah, plenty of doubts.
Really?
I mean, yeah. My wife started out dead set against it. This is too dangerous. You shouldn't be doing it. Go next year.
Okay.
What's the rush?
Those sound like logical things.
Absolutely. She had good points, but I kept going back to the doctors and they said, no, you're doing okay.
So he went to camp, lived a dream, and went home an award winner.
This one goes to a guy that came every day, was playing all over the yard, flying all over the place. The silver fox's hair was on fire. And today, he came up and said, hey, I'll do whatever you need me to do. I've already lived out a dream so far, and that was really cool and really touching for us. So,
I've always felt like you only get so many days in your life that you remember forever, especially the positive ones. So I felt like this is going to be 5 or 6 of those.
How happy are you to be here?
I am over the moon. Yeah. This is, a lifetime experience that I've wanted for a very long time, and to feel like I had lost it and then get it back makes it that much more sweet.
Another great story. He met his wife Denise at the Belly Up Tavern in 1987. He's now retired and they live up in Mendocino.
That is so neat.
Oh, he was
Watch
a
those
true inspiration there.
Dreams come true, and just his health challenges that he overcame.
Yeah.
He can still play ball too.
His swing looked, he really had a nice swing.
Yeah.
I will say that. I like the way he put that. It was that carrot at the end of a very harsh stick.
Yeah.
Going through that rehab is hard work, but you can tell he was very motivated.
No
Yes,
doubt about
he
it.
definitely had a goal to get him
Yep.
to where he needed to
Tell
be.
me what to do, doctor. I'll do it.
Great story. Tomorrow night, the story of a lone female in camp.
All right.
Ooh.
Look forward to
Good
that.
stuff.